Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Dissa and I am from English Education Department 6A. Here, I made this video to fulfill my mid-semester assignment for the Qualitative Research course, which was led by Mr. Zainal Arifin. In this video, I will discuss several terms that exist in qualitative research, including basic assumption, primary data, secondary data, documentation techniques, and inductive methods. No need to linger, happy watching and check to it. Okay, the first one is basic assumption. What is basic assumptions? Basic assumption, all statements that can be tested for truth by conducting experiment in research. For example, you can read, Indonesia is one of the countries where COVID-19 has even covered 7.8% of the death rate and is one of the highest in the world. However, the Indonesia government is reluctant to disclose information clearly to the public under the pretext of warding off panic. In the midst of the increasing number of cases, Indonesia 49 foreign workers from China in mid-March. The research from Compass. Some were concerned that President Joko Widodo is paying more attention to the impact some or COVID-19 on the economy than improving the country's healthy system. From the explanation of the background, the author formulates the problem question: what is the strategy of the Indonesian government in dealing with the COVID-19 outbreak from an economic perspective? Then this is basic assumption. The second is primary data. Primary data is data obtained by researchers directly from first hand. For example, President Jokowi stated that Perpu number 1 of 2019 concerning state financial policy and financial system stability for handling the 2019 coronavirus disease of COVID-19 pandemic was issued to anticipate the APBN deficit, which was estimated to reach 5.07%. Therefore, the government needs relaxation of the state budget deficit policy above 3%. However, the relaxation of the deficit is only for 3 years, namely 2020 to 2020. After that, or in 2023, fiscal discipline will return to a maximum of 3%. Next, the third is secondary data. Secondary data is data obtained by researchers from existing sources. And for example, epidemiologists from the Faculty of Public Health, University of Indonesia Panduryono, said that the curve of COVID-19 cases was still increasing based on confirmed positive patient data. The research is compass.com. Okay, next, the documentation. According to Sugiono, is a method used to obtain data and information in the form of books, archives, documents, written numbers, and pictures in the form of reports and information that can support research. For example, referring to the passport index data, which was updated as January 8, 2020. There are 85 countries in the world that have accepted visit visas for Indonesian tourists. Now, don't even think about visa. Many international flight routes have been lost due to the virus that has spread rapidly, and Asia Indonesia has closed all domestic routes until June 2020. So here the data was taken on January 8, 2020 on the index passport. Okay, the last one is inductive method. Inductive method is analysis of data in research from general to specific and then interpreted to answer research question. For example, in the study on trade and industry, the March 2020 edition of the Institute for Economic and Community Research, University of Indonesia, it was stated that the biggest impact of the COVID-19 outbreak that immediately visible was supply chain obstruction. Citing Finance Minister Sri Mulyani, of the raw materials for the plastic, textile, footwear, steel, and chemical industry depend on China. This is reinforced by data from the Central Statistics Agency, or BPS, which show that during February 2020, the value of imports of raw or auxiliary materials fell, and capital goods fell. This is, and so the decline in imports in the first quarter of 2020 is predicted to research 10%. And this is for conclusion about this paragraph. Then we can see that this is inductive method. Well, actually there are still a lot of terms in qualitative research, not just the ones I mentioned earlier. Maybe later friends can look for explanation and example themselves first. If you are still not satisfied with what I have described in the previous video, once again, I dedicate this video to Mr. Zainal Arifin in order to fulfill his mid-semester 6 assignment. More or less, I apologize. I am Dissa saying goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.